would like to introduce the champ, Money Mayweather. My God.
What up?
Money Mayweather.
What up, Joe?
Champ, let me tell you something, man. I love you.
You know I love you. You know you're my family. We've been rocking since day one.
Champ, I love you. We've been doing this forever. Even when I had the smoke with 50 Cent and you was with him, I see you and you say, Joe.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
None.
I said it's still always love.
It's always love. You would show up at my party still. You were always, you just was neutral. And I always respected you for that. I respect you for everything. You know what I'm saying? Champ, you spend a lot of money. We see you with millions. We see you with watches. We see you with jewelry. We see you with this. We see you with that.
Yeah.
They always say the money gonna run out.
Well, I look at it like this. You know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You know, I don't try to monitor what nobody else is doing. I don't try to monitor how no one else live. You know, it's crazy that people want to see you get to a certain point, but then people want to see you fail. You know, people want to see you with a lot. I mean, in the beginning, they want to see you climb to fame. They want to see you become legendary. They want to see you become. They want to see you do iconic things. Then eventually, they want to see you fail, and it hurts the most when it's your own people. You know, when your own people act like they support you, but want to see you fail and want to see you fall. I've worked extremely hard to get to where I'm at. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of my accomplishments.
That's right.
And only thing I can do as a person is become a better person each and every day for myself. You know, and it's all about self-preservation. Let me live the way I want to live. That's what I say.
You live excellent.
You know, it's crazy.
Champ.
It's crazy, Joe, that in our society, I surpassed the American dream. And I'm a black man. I surpassed the American dream. And our youth and our young youth are taught, the young youth in today's time is taught to glorify drug dealers. Whereas I beat all odds and I beat the system and I got to where I got to, not having to resort to doing anything illegal, because my dad took those illegal chances and he did it for his family. And what happened to my dad? My dad ended up getting incarcerated. He done time. And with the skills that my dad taught me, I told my dad that when you come home, everything will be okay. And you still will be able to live the same life. Actually, you'll be able to live a better life. So what happened was my dad left me when I was 16. He came back into my life at 21 and I gave my dad a great life. So even like right now, Joe, I want to tell you the truth. I made a lot of smart investments. And
talk to me about that, because they think that Money Mayweather don't know and he don't invest. Can you please elaborate?
But Joe,
last time I was with you in Dubai, you showed me a building, a skyscraper in New York.
Joe. But my thing is this, Joe. My thing is this. You see the end. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. So I like to show the end results. I mean, I don't have to. Everything is not for everybody. Since Money Mayweather don't know a lot, and you know, quote unquote, what everyone likes to say, why would I give my remedy on how to invest? So everything isn't for everybody. So what I do is for me and my loved ones. So what I will continue to do is create generational wealth for my nephew, my nieces, and my children.
Let me ask you a question, Mayweather, because you know, it's so much to talk to you about. But you brought up Pops. It seemed to me like maybe you were upset when he was training De La Hoya. Is that true, or you could care less? You was happy he had a job?
No, absolutely not. You know, it's crazy. The other day, you know, I think, you know, it's all about giving back to our people. Meaning, when I say our people, meaning other, meaning if you're Spanish, You black, giving back. So I was working with, I got a fighter, one of the best fighters out there today, Javante Tank Davis.
Right.
I got it when he was young. I put him in a position. Now he's 3-time world champion. And it's another little kid that came up in my gym, that grew up in my gym, Devin Haney. So he's with another promotional company, but he's still a young black kid that's trying to become the next Floyd Mayweather or surpass Floyd Mayweather. So with me giving him pointers, once again, you got the media, those other people saying, want me to bump heads with these young kids, and I'm not going to do that. There's no different from when my dad was training Oscar De La Hoya. I never cared. You know why? Because I know that my skills were second to none. If my dad was not with me and he still was able to get a check and make great money, I'm proud of my dad. And I'm not like that. I'm not one that's selfish. I'm not one that's jealous. If my dad is in a position to keep getting money, and he's one of the best trainers, if he's able to keep getting money, absolutely. I can't be jealous at Oscar De La Hoya when I know for a fact my pay-per-view numbers is the best out of any fighters in history. I've done the biggest numbers at the gates. And we can go on and on. And it's not knocking Oscar, but by far, if you name any fighter from the past, at the present time, right now, no fighter has done what Floyd Mayweather has done.
Floyd Mayweather, fun fact, fun question. You can answer it or you don't have to.
Yeah.
They just announced Tyson is fighting Roy Jones.
Uh-huh.
Who's your horse in the fight? Who you think got this one?
I think that we seem to forget about who's the pioneer of making exhibition bouts huge.
I know, Money.
So Joe, a lot of times we forget about certain things. Even back in the 90s when I was wearing, crazy pieces that was crazy money back then. And you was rocking, P. Diddy was rocking, Jay-Z was rocking, but in the sports world, Floyd Mayweather was rocking. And I still was a part of the hip hop community.
That's right, you still are. So Mike Tyson or Roy Jones, who you think will win now in that exhibition fight?
I think that it's gonna be very interesting. I'm not here to say Tyson's gonna win. I'm not here to say Roy's gonna win.
Are you gonna watch it?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be entertaining. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna watch it. Absolutely. I don't know if I can go because I don't think it's gonna be any audience at that particular time. But may the best man win.
Champ, let me ask you something. And this a funny. Do you have 20 wives, champ? 20?
Who?
20 wives. Wives. Like wives.
No, man. I'm just like I said.
You got a bunch of friends or something, champ? Because every time I see you, you're the envy of all men. I mean, you come in, and shit look like you from Saudi Arabia. I'm keeping it real. One time I'm watching Instagram, I open it in the morning, you getting a massage and it's 20 chicks twerking on. I said, he is man. Like, yo.
Well, I just my thing is this. Only God can judge me, Joe.
That's right.
You only got one life.
That's right.
No matter what, the thing is this, no matter what, even like you, Joe, no matter what you do, it's never good enough.
It's a fact.
It's never good enough for people in general. Mm-hmm. You can give a person a shirt off your back. They're gonna be like, well, I want your pants too. You give them your pants, they're gonna be like, I want your shoes. If you give them a car, they're like, I want your house. If you give them your shoes, they'll be like, if you give them a car, they're gonna be like, well, I want the house too.
That is a fact.
But guess what?
Mayweather.
The thing is this. Even if you give it to them, they'll lose it all. You know why? Because they're not you. They have to be able to maintain it. They don't have the same hustle. They have to have the same hustle you got. They have to have the same drive you got. So
let me tell you something. We came up from nothing. And before I rapped, I used to hustle. And I used to make a lot of money in them streets. And we had a crew. And they all thought they made money like me, or they always with me. When I rapped, I retired like it was a movie. Like I left the game. I actually took a pay cut, so I didn't want to go to jail for but I gave it to these guys who kept telling me that, they just shit. They lost it all in less than 6 months. They turned into bums and started selling their cars, and they turned into bums. And they don't know how to get money. People who know how to get money are going to get money regardless.
And Joe, what's crazy is this. So when you look at a certain situation, when you talked about what people are talking about, okay, for starters, more people need to worry about their own financial stability and worry about themselves. Where when we look, we say the Waltons that owns Walgreens and Walmarts, they still can make money. Warren Buffett is, I think, in his 90s. He owned American Express and Coca-Cola. He can still make money. Okay? Bill Gates can still make money. So now, with me doing, if I go out and do some little exhibition, or I do some different little promotions, it's like, oh, Mayweather don't got this, he don't got that. Listen, stop worrying about what I got.
Oh, no. I don't work like that. Me, where I live, you gotta be rich.
I'm not talking about you, Joe.
I know. But I was gonna explain to these people. Where I live, you gotta be rich to live there. You cannot front, right? The houses, the people, and these people look at me like, oh, that's the rapper Fat Joe. I'm like, I don't know what they do for a living to pay them bills. At least I rap. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to make sure my family's good. As long as I'm not hurting nobody, I'm not robbing nobody, and I'm righteous. So I agree with you, 1,000,000%. You could do whatever the hell you want to do.
I mean, my thing is, if I can spar, like even like right now, when I do exhibitions, with the exhibitions I do, I get between, I can make between 10 and 70 million. Just doing an exhibition, not a real fight, just some legal. I mean, a little sparring, little legal sparring. That's it. Little fun sparring.
Tell you something, Floyd. My numbers ain't like that, but let me tell you something. I remember when we was younger, we had jokes like you 40 and rapping, and as long as they gonna give me 150,000 for a half an hour to perform, I'm gonna go take it on the stage. I gotta go get it. I don't care what y'all talking about.
And just like this, when I go to different countries, just to shake a hand, I mean, if I could pick up a million, even sometimes they got like 250. If I could pick up 250,000 just to shake a hand, I got to do it.
Yo, Floyd, I was in Dubai with you. They opened up a store and gave us the whole store for free.
Yeah,
we never paid $1. I went with you. They don't do that for me. I went with you. We took the whole store for free.
Yeah.
It's for free.
Yeah. So, Joe, I still, I just don't do a lot of, far as like, I don't show everybody everything. Joe, do I still got my $52 million house in Beverly Hills? Absolutely. The house I'm in right now, the big boy mansion, do I still got it? Yeah, absolutely. But guess what? I built a palace. I built my palace is over 30,000 square feet. I built that a couple years ago, and that got 3 kitchens, 5 laundry rooms, probably like 17 bathrooms, 12 bedrooms. So, I still got 100.
Is it safe to say, yo, Floyd, is it safe to say that's the most expensive gift you bought yourself?
Well, I think my most expensive gift is probably my Beverly Hills house. But they say it's about working smarter, not harder. So, you know, I still got the Beverly Hills house. And they wanted 52 for it, but you know, I worked it and got it. And I still, you know, I got the palace. I still got my house, still got all my houses in Miami, still got all my property in New York. So like I said before, I was smart with my money.
I know we've been very on an up note. I know recently Uncle Roger passed and baby mama passed.
Yes.
And may they rest in peace.
I had my pilot on here. One of my pilots.
One of your pilots from the plane?
AJ.
That's that cool right there, Floyd.
Yeah.
Where you can say your pilot is in this. Let me tell you something. Floyd, I know it's been hard. Are you okay and everything? We're dealing with this? Because I went through depression when my sister passed and pawn and have you been able to like, because I know these are both two important people to you. Really, really important people to you.
Well, you know, the thing is this. My children's mother, you know, we got one daughter and two boys. We knew each other 24 years. And even like within our relationship, I mean, you heard so many different things. Whereas my thing is always don't judge me for hearsay. Judge me for what you see. You know, and as far as my feelings for her, loved her unconditional.
I know I've been around you and her. No matter what.
No matter what. No matter.
She love you to death too.
Yes.
I'm there. I've been there.
Yeah. So, I mean, we go through ups and downs in life, and I will always love her. And she gave me three. We gave each other 3 gifts, which was the children. Those were blessings from God, and may she rest in peace. You know, I will always love her, and I truly believe we'll meet again. And as far as, you know, with my Uncle Roger,
he was the man.
Brother, uncle, father figure, everything wrapped in one. Cool dude. You know, actually we fought professional because I was a pro so long. We fought professional at the same time. So
let me tell you something. I saw a fight. I don't know what the fight was, and I'm gonna keep it real with you, champ. You was almost losing. I'm gonna keep it real with you. It was like around, well, it wasn't the normal Floyd Mayweather. It was around the 6th round. You switched up your whole style in that fight, and you whipped him. Right? I forget who it was. And at that point, I knew your IQ was so incredible in boxing because you figured out this guy he was on, and you figured it out. And I said to myself, Floyd Mayweather how much tape you've seen of champions in boxing? Because I seen you fight a whole nother fight you never fought in your life, and that was it. You figured him out. How much your father, your uncle, how much videos they showed you when you was a little kid to prepare you for a moment like that?
Well, you know, throughout my career, just from the beginning, you know, when I was a small, from day one, all I did was eat, sleep, and drink boxing, you know, love boxing. Watched every legendary champion that paved the way for me to be where I'm at. And like I said before, they did it their way, I did it my way. But did I study a lot of fighters? Absolutely. I love the sport. I love the art. And once I turned professional, it was no looking back. I knew I didn't have to study any film of any fighter because I knew that I was going to be TBE once I retired from the sport.
Who was your toughest fight, would you say? We know you beat them all. Who was your toughest? Who you fought that you said?
But hey Joe, I'm gonna answer this 2 different ways, okay? Because somebody asked me that question the other day, and I said to myself, do it really matter who was the toughest? All the results was the same.
No, all of it. I know you beat them, but who was you fighting? And you was like, holy, I didn't know.
But Joe, I gotta ask you a question, Joe. Now, this like you saying, you can go to an arena overseas or anywhere. You can have 100,000, but then you can perform for 10 people. If the money is the same, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter. But
okay. So if you want to ask me, I'm gonna say this kid who had a lot of losses named Emmanuel Augustus, this black fighter, real tough, gritty, tough guy, came to fight, and he brought the smoke.
I know people try to say you don't fight the toughest. I know the guy, Gennaro Hernandez, when you fought him very young, he was the hardest hitting fighter in boxing, and you killed him for the belt.
Well, you actually, it's crazy because when I was 16, I had a poster on my wall, because you remember when we was young, we used to hang posters on our wall.
Yeah.
You know, the young kids
right
don't do that
on,
no more.
Heavy D. I had Heavy D.
Yeah. So
Muhammad Ali, everybody.
I had a poster right above my head, Gennaro Chicanito Hernandez, and I used to watch him on TV fight, and I said nobody will beat that guy. I was 16. I could have been like 16, 15. 5 years later, I was across from that guy fighting for the championship. And then
that's unreal.
He ended up passing away. I ended
bless
up taking care of his funeral, and still, you know, communicating with his family.
Wow.
Because he's the first guy that gave me my chance. When I was ranked number 8, and he was the world champion, and he didn't have to give me a shot, but fighting me was at that particular time was his big money fight. So we made it happen.
That's how I feel, Mayweather. I had KRS yesterday. He's my idol. And I told him about a time when I wasn't doing so good. And he came to me and said, Joe, I know you ain't doing good. Come with me on tour. You could do Flow, Joe. You hype me up and I'll throw you a couple of bucks. And I'm forever in debt to him 20-something years later. I love him because he gave me a chance. You know what I mean? He helped me feed my family when I needed it. I'm the same way. I was at the Arturo Gatti fight.
I seen you.
Everybody thought you would run. And you brought the noise. And I love Arturo Gatti as a fighter. Rest in peace.
May he rest in peace.
Everybody thought you was going to run, and you brought the noise.
You know, a lot of these guys that, you know, a lot of my big fights, a lot of these guys passed away. So, you know,
Diego
that's
Corrales,
why
I was another fan of Diego.
Yes, that's why you never, if you notice, you never see me post a fight of on my none of my social media pages of me and Arturo Gatti, me and Diego Corrales, or me and Gennaro Chicanito Hernandez. There's respect to their family members, to their kids. I just don't do it.
I know, but I was there, and it was a real. Man, let's put it this way: a lot of Italians lost a lot of money that night.
I know.
They bet the house, they bet everything. Because Arturo, he was a tough guy, and you came in there and you went to work. I love Arturo Gatti. I love Diego Corrales. I love them as fighters. They were really good fighters. You always give the illusion of living the lifestyle, hanging out in the club, having a great time. But I have never seen you sip a glass of liquor in my life. I watch you in the club buy 100 bottles, but you don't sip that. Tell these younger fighters, because they all watching, how important it is to take care of your body, to not drink, to not abuse your body. If you want to be champ, become champ and stay champ in the game.
You can't just live it for a few months or a few weeks. This boxing really it's really a lifestyle, period. And I just truly believe in sacrificing. You got to make certain sacrifices, and it will pay off. I'm where I'm at because I made sacrifices. Everything ain't for everybody, like we talked about. And that's why I'm still living a great life. And that's why I'm still basically in a fight game. And, you know, as far as with Mayweather Promotions, as well as PBC, I think we're working with, right now we have somewhere upwards of between 200 and 300 fighters.
How's Yaya doing? You got me to do her Sweet 16. Was it her
Sweet? Thank you. Yeah. Actually, a lot of people don't know that that you done the Sweet 16 birthday party. You always showed up. You always supported me. And people don't know, Joe, me and you always had a great relationship.
I love you.
And I love you too, because
it's unspoken.
It's always been nothing but respect. Even like I said before, when you have problems with other people, when you seen each other, it was nothing but respect and the feeling.
Will you ever, let me ask you something, will you ever get along with 50 again? Because I be thinking it's like, it's really, I think is it just entertainment?
Well, my thing really is this, Joe. You can't hang out with me every day for years. Then all of a sudden, if I don't give you half of my company, now it's, oh, you're dumb and you're stupid and you can't do this and you can't do that. But if I can't do all these things, why are you hanging around me? That's all I'm trying to ask. If I'm such a person that don't know certain things and I'm not that sharp, why you want to be around me every day?
You know, I love seeing,
because my thing is this, and this is the truth, and I come on record and say this. Right now, today, I don't know what nobody else can do, but I can sit in my house and I don't have to do nothing else for the rest of my life, and I still would collect. I would collect money every week until the casket closed.
I can't do that. No. I don't give a fuck. I ain't fronting for nobody. I can't do that.
But Joe, you know what I did, Joe? The reason why I can do that, Joe, is because guess what? When I got around certain individuals, those certain individuals who had it, when I got with those Jewish guys and I got with those white guys, I didn't say, you know what? Oh man, let me ride on your plane. No, if you guys say that I'm your friend and you guys really feel like, yo, don't use me just for my clout. Yo, I want to know the same thing that you did with your money. You know what I'm saying? So you built generational wealth. I want to do the same thing you did. Now show me. Because there's only 3 ways you can learn: hearing, seeing, and physically doing hands-on. And I can learn all 3 different ways. So once they showed me, it started off back in the day. My first investment that I did years ago, I started off with $5 million. Then that $5 million went to 9 figures. So what I'm gonna do once this pandemic and everything slow down, I'm gonna go and invest some more. And just to everybody that's watching this and that's watching in, everybody should own a piece of the earth. You know, everybody should own a piece of the earth. We do it. What we do is
hold up. This whole show been incredible, but this is what we call a Jopra moment. Something that has never been heard before. Money Mayweather says everyone should own a piece of the earth. Can you continue? Can you elaborate on this?
That's no different from these young rappers, right? As soon as they get their check, the first thing they do is they go to these jewelers, right? And then when they got their career, everything's going great, everything. But when their career start going downhill and everything slows down, because there's always gonna be a new artist, then they got to sell the jewelry back to the jeweler. Now he may bought the chain for $100,000, but when he gives it back to the jeweler, he only getting $40,000. So he lost $60,000 right there. When he could have took that $60,000 and he could have put that as a down payment
on earth.
No, on a foreclosure. He could have got a foreclosure. So you go out, everybody think everybody want to be, oh, I got to be in LA. I got to be friends with all the celebrities and all that. I don't need all that. Because guess what? I got to where I got to believing in me, not having no friends. So
and that's what it takes for any winner to believe in
absolutely.
themselves. Not even rap, not even boxing, not even just when you growing up. Just you got to believe in yourself, no matter what. You know what I mean? And if you want to survive, you want to win, you must believe in yourself. That is very important.
And so the thing is this. A lot of times, like initially, when somebody go buy a house, like you go buy a house in Beverly Hills, and people initially, yeah, a person can get the house, but they can't maintain it because the taxes. You got to pay. The taxes is crazy. So, like with me, like I said before, you know, when you surround yourself, what makes me so smart as well as intelligent, when it's things that I don't know, I'm going to hire a person around me that does know. So, and that person has to have a lot of experience at what they're doing also. You know what I'm saying? So you go through some, you know, you go through ups and downs. And, you know, as far as like what my real estate portfolio is crazy. You know, my house in Miami, since I've been retired. You know, I just bought a $22 million house in Miami while I'm retired. So, like I said before, I got intangible income. And so when you're dealing with true businessmen, you're gonna always
Has this guy Al Heyman helped you a lot in like guiding you, like because I know you.
That's my father.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Everybody talks so incredible about Al Heyman. Can you tell me about this guy, man? Because they say beautiful things about this guy.
Well, if nobody don't know, everybody know he's the original, because I gave him this name years ago. You know, that's the original Ghost. I gave him that name years ago. So what happened was this: he plays chess, and he don't like to be seen. He played the background, but he's unbelievable, unreal. I mean, anything that you want to do, I don't care what it is. So when Al stopped doing, Al was just dealing with because he was doing concerts. He was doing concerts back in the late 70s, and driving Rolls Royces in 1980. So what happened was he done deals with Budweiser. He done the biggest deals. He done some of the biggest
Superfests and all that.
Budweiser, Superfest, Michael Jackson. I mean, the list goes on and on. But at one point, he had stopped dealing with rap music. But then when he got with me, I said, you know what? We could do the Lil Wayne I Am Money tour. We done that tour. So a lot of tours that Al do, I'm still involved. So it's a lot of things that goes on in music still right now that I'm involved in, and a lot of other businesses that I own, a lot of buildings and different things that I own that I don't even talk about. So even like when,
well, you know what, Floyd, you know what? I know you too humble, and I know you take care of a lot of people. I do know that you paid for George Floyd's funeral.
Yes.
And why did you feel like you had to do that? And what made you feel like I got to represent for this man and his family?
Well, for number one, his name is Floyd. I mean, he got Floyd in his name. That's just for starters. But actually, man, because they say actions speak louder than words. So everybody always getting out there, oh, this. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be a professional, because a lot of businesses that got tore up are businesses that I own.
If you want another awesome video in our Black Excellence series, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.